Oh, I have a feeling my family helped start this organization because in '85, my accident, there was nothing going on at the time. So my folks at Gloria and St. Alexander, I think, might have helped start this just to get me out of their hair, I think. Life is defined as a time from birth to death. We think of life as a long tour or journey through time. I remember when I was young, my folks would show us home movies. That's what they were in the old days, not DVDs or videos. It sure was neat to see ourselves as we were, to see how we've grown and changed. It seems that the video camera as a machine to record our journey through life sounds like Star Wars. Of course, we only catch the highlights, and usually only the good ones at that. But when we look back, the whole journey comes into focus. More like the humanistic Lost in Space shows was. We have our own video show running all the time, and each person views their show differently, and even is influenced by the person's mood at the moment of presentation. The other day I noticed a gray hair, and it just got me wondering what the next part of my life's journey will be like. It's been a roundabout journey so far. I was born, crawled around, learned to walk, romped about, swam, jogged 10Ks, skied, windsurfed, and even skydived when I was a daredevil. All this happened in high school, and then I journeyed on to college. I studied aerospace engineering in Florida and finished up at the University of Minnesota. From there I joined the U.S. Air Force and was stationed at Edwards Air Force Base in California. I thought to get away from the snow, but it snowed the first day I was there. Melted right away, but with future plans to work at NASA as a mission specialist, but that changed September of 1985. I was hit by a semi on base. I was in a coma for 6 weeks, and the journey began all over again. When I woke up 6 weeks later, I had to learn to walk, talk, and think all over again. Even went through the terrible twos, but I was 23 years old, so I got really terrible. I moved on through the so-called teenager stage, when I started doing drugs, anti-seizure drugs. That's why I need this water bottle. I found that when I have an alarm set, 5 alarms to remind me of my drugs, and I take so I have the water. I used to have to look around for a water faucet, but not anymore. Everyone thought I was just being a moody teenager at first until they noticed familiar irregular actions. I went through a period where they had me experimenting with new drugs. The drugs would even make me feel high at times. I got toxic once or twice. My boyfriend was reading from the Torah in the synagogue while I was in the congregation, and I wouldn't stop giggling and laughing, they tell me. I think I'm finally growing up and getting more okay with doing things wrong and accepting others telling me that I've done things wrong. In fact, I welcome hearing people's feelings about things and thinking of better ways to do things rather than finding a way to attack back. On this new path in my journey, I've learned to write poetry with or without rhyming, journaling, and through this combination, I found myself writing cards where I remember little things about a person to make things more personal. I find myself enjoying this, and those who I'm sending the cards to seem to enjoy as well. My independent living workers have helped me develop these daily living charts, needed because of my short-term memory loss. It's pretty severe, they tell me. But this helps me restore my confidence, making independent living practical. It's to keep track of my showers and my weekly planning, and then my monthly planning, my yearly, half-yearly, and then this is a real good one. I'm going to be going shopping. Maybe I should show this. When I do this every week. I go grocery shopping, and this card has been wonderful. I open it up, and I use I don't know if it's engineering or just childlike. I think everyone would have fun when putting this together. And when you put it together, and then voila! I found I had to use this go shopping 2 days. I used to do it 1 day, and I started breaking it a lot. So I do it 2 days. And then when I get home, I just fold it up and get ready to go the next day with it. And after this, what I do here, I'm going to go shopping. That's why I have it with me. So it's kind of handy. With my memory and reasoning loss, I find staying involved with other people gives meaning to my life. I can do this by, here we'll move this aside, by involvement in wilderness inquiry, brain injury group or BIG, different writers groups, and activities with others with disabilities. And the transportation service I use to take part in them help greatly. Like I use buses and Metro Mobility for evening meetings when multiple bus routes are too detailed for me to follow. I find I still have my visual memory, and that's kind of neat. And that can help by writing things down because I can pull it up by seeing it in my mind. I've discovered rhyming to help me remember things, and I found positive rhymes are essential to my well-being. I've learned that if it arouses an emotion in me, that helps, which is why the negatives are so easy to remember. But then I've learned to use positives. So I work hard at seeing the good in life, which can be wonderful in turning me around when I have problems. Especially from people being impatient with me, since my disability is invisible now to those who don't know me well, even those who do, they can be impatient. And then singing songs can help me remember to another emotional arousal technique. Exercising has helped greatly in my singing, I found, and I've turned songs to help my mood alteration. When someone says to you that you can't sing, remember that everyone can sing. Singing really helps folks feel good. So next time you're feeling goofy, let it out. Feeling goofy, la da 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 da, feeling goofy. So have a good time in life. Thank you. Hope things go well. Good day.